make the potato, you're going to need a nude colored stocking, and you're going to cut out a section and my section is going to be 3.5 by 1.5 inches. If you want a bigger potato, you can cut out a bigger square. I have folded my little rectangle in half, and the open end is on the top and the bottom, and the side that's open I'm going to sew shut using thread that matches the nylon. Make sure you don't pull it too tight. You don't want it bunched up. So at the end, I make sure it's nice and flat, and then I make a knot in my thread by going through several times and pushing my needle through the loop, pulling tight, and then I trim it. Now I have a little tube. Now I'm going to make a running stitch across one of the open ends. So I just go back and forth all the way around the opening. And this time I am going to pull it and gather it, so I don't have to worry about keeping it flat. And I know I turned my tube right side out, but actually you should probably do this with the wrong side out, because I'm going to have to turn it inside out again. So let me just turn that with the wrong side out. And then I'm going to pull all my stitches together, and I'm going to sew in and out to keep it from coming apart again. So I want it to stay gathered like that. And I knot my thread and trim it. Now one end is closed. Now I'll fill my potato with some stuffing. You can use cotton balls or polyfill. You only need a little bit. And you want it to be pretty stuffed in there. You want it to be tight. You don't want saggy potatoes. So I get as much as I can in there, and then I'm going to do a running stitch around that opening, same as before. When I get to the other side, I'm going to try and fit a little more stuffing in there before I pull it closed. And I want the gathering to go to the inside. So as I pull it closed, I'm using something to push it back to the inside. You have to be careful. If you use scissors like me, you might poke a hole through something you don't want to poke a hole through. A chopstick works good, or a pencil. Once I've got it tight, I can sew through it a little bit to keep it from coming undone. And I make a knot. Now I'm going to make the little dimples in the potato. I go through one end and I come out on one side of the potato. Then I put the needle back in right next to the same spot and come out in the next spot that I want to make the dimple. Now when I pull it, that makes a dimple. So do it again. I'll go back in right next to the spot I came out, make another dimple, and I just keep doing that around the potato. Not too many, not too close together, so it looks like a real potato. After I think there's enough dimples, then I bring my needle back through one of the gathered ends, and I sew a couple stitches, knotting them,